What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to rebirthedu.com. I'm your host, Kendrick, aka Also the Great, back again with the next book. This book here, it was like this was one of the best self-help books and accountability books that I've read to this date. And like I said, I read a lot of books. This one right here was really special for me because I read this early on, and it, it did a really good job of making me look at myself more in the mirror. So the name of this book is called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Stephen R. Covey. I don't know what the R stand for. Probably stand for rich or something like that. What do I know? But this book is great. I love this book, and we're gonna dive right into it, man. Mind you, this book isn't necessarily about money, but it, as with anything else, it can be applied to resources and the results that you're getting in your life. Okay, whether that's finances, whether that's relationships, whether that's your job situation, whatever you got going on, these things can be applied to that, because ultimately what you want is the results anyway, right? At least I hope so. I know that's what I want. And so the result I need right now is for you to hit the like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell. I'm dropping every day, so when I drop, I want you to hit that bell. Feel me? So let's dive right into it. Okay? So the first habit of highly successful people is highly successful people are proactive. Okay, so I dropped a video. I dropped a video yesterday just talking about how dope humans are. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And so humans are unique. We're able to, you know, self-realize. We're able to see ourselves outside of ourselves. We're able to step out of our own minds and look at our own selves from a distance, and not just the past. We can reflect on the past and the history of the things we've done, but we're also able to project a possible future based on data that we get or that we glean from a particular person, including yourself. And one of the ways you're able to do it, even if you don't have data, if you have, if you know the values of a person, and let's just keep it about yourself. If you know what your own values are, okay, and you really know them, and you take a step back and you look at your values, or the integrity that you have or don't have, you can predict your own future. If you're a grimy dude and you out here selling dope, or you dogging people out, or you out here committing crimes, it's easy to project that you're going to either die young or you're going to go to jail. That's it, right? That's pretty easy. If you're an upstanding guy and you handle all your business, you are always punctual. You're very disciplined with what you're doing. You have a positive attitude. All of these traits that you have and these values that you have predict your future as well. It's going to, you'll be able to look and see that, hey, if I keep this up, I know these positive things are going to happen to me. I'm going to be successful in whatever field I'm in. If I study and I have a habit of studying, I know I'm going to pass that test. It's that simple, right? So, with humans being as unique as we are, okay, we have the ability to be proactive, okay, and not necessarily be a victim of our past circumstances or even current circumstances, right? So I want to say that you are not your emotions. You are not your mama. You are not your daddy. You are not any of those things. Okay. You don't have to be a victim of your circumstances or how you grew up. The thing about being proactive is you make a conscious decision to change your values and act within those values and predict when certain situations come up how you're going to react based on your values. I know a lot of this may sound a little bit complicated, but I'll simplify it for you, right? One of my values is I don't lie. I don't like doing it. I'm not good at it. I'm really trash at it. So I don't bother doing it. And then I always am a man of my word. So if I say something, I really have the intent on doing it. And I stay really disciplined with my money, right? So I know that if a situation comes up where, I don't know, a group of people want me to go out and we're going to go have a good time and we're going to splurge some money, and then I'm not going to tell my wife about it. We're not going to tell the wives. We're just going to go out, have a good time. We're not going to tell the wives and this, that, and the other. I know that this situation is not for me because of the structure of my values. I know I don't just spend money frivolously. That's part of my values. I know I'm not good at lying. So I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I may be forced to lie. Does that make sense? Right? Depending on your belief structure, a lot of people equate values to whatever their religion is. It's a lot of people out here faking that. But let's just say people are really real about it. Well, let's say you have, let's say whatever your religious structure is, you should be making decisions based on what your belief structure and value structure is. That's going to allow you to put yourself or put your decisions outside of yourself. So where you could make decisions based on values instead of just reacting, right? You are definitely in control of your actions. You're not always in control of your circumstances. You can't necessarily control what emotions you have, but you do have the ability to not live in those emotions and then move according to those emotions. You have the ability to experience your, if you're angry, be angry for a second, but then take a step back, really analyze what's going on and make a decision based on your values. This is what happens with highly successful people, okay? They are able to live outside of their emotions, make decisions based on their values, and stand by that. And look, and this is what's dope. Other people start to recognize this about you. And then people don't approach you with those types of scenarios that I was speaking about earlier. Everybody around me that knows me knows my values because I live them. And they are going to treat me and approach me as such. They're not going to come at me with a situation and say, hey, let's go do this that's completely outside of what you believe in and what your values are. They don't even come at me like that because they already know what the answer is, right? And then by living within my values, it's allowed me to, separate myself from people that really don't align with my core values, right? It's not to say I don't care about these people or anything like that, and I don't value the time that we may have had in the past. But my values are as such. You're in a way that's not aligning with what I'm about, so I can't be around you. That's what it is, right? So basically, you got to have values. You got to have integrity. You got to live in those values, and you have to be able to predict scenarios and really take a step back and see what's going on and make decisions based on your values. Here's another cool part about being a human. You're able to learn from other people's mistakes. Okay? It doesn't just have to be you. That's what makes you dope, right? You can learn from other people, glean information off of them, especially people who have experience in maybe what you're going through, or maybe are living the life that you want to live. And you can get information off of them and study their values, tailor your values to maybe something that is more aligned with what they're doing. And then you can get the results that they're getting. That's what this chapter is about. It's a long chapter. Whenever you get the book, and I recommend you get this book. Whenever you get the book, it's a long book. Make sure you read it over and over and over and over again, and you get these 7 habits ingrained into your mind, and you start utilizing what you're learning. Okay, that's what it's all about. So, see you tomorrow for the next video. If y'all got any questions or anything at all, leave a comment below, or go to the website, book a session, and let's chop it up. That don't cost you anything either. All right. So, see you tomorrow.